Big or small, there's nothing a business leader likes less than economic uncertainty. Based on PNC's latest survey of small and middle market business owners, there's more than enough uncertainty to go around. And it seems to be having a chilling effect on plans to invest and to hire. Pete Vaccaro is back with us today. He's Southwest Pennsylvania Market Manager for Business Banking at PNC, which is, of course, a sponsor of our region's business. And Greg Balant is owner of Keystone Spring Service of Pittsburgh. Welcome. Good to have you both here.
Thanks, Bill.
Greg, why don't I start with you? For folks who don't know Keystone Spring Service, what is it exactly you all do?
We're a regional distributor and manufacturer of heavy-duty truck parts, Bill. We cover about a 150-mile radius around the Pittsburgh area. We have about 15 trucks on the road delivering parts in that radius with 10 outside salesmen, and we also sell via the web on a couple of our niche internet sites that we have that you can, get on the KeystoneSpring.com.
So you must have a pretty good pulse on sort of what's going on in the regional economy, at least from the perspective of your industry.
We really do. We usually see things before most other folks because everybody we do business with has trucks, and that's our main business. So no matter if you're hauling aggregates, you're hauling appliances, cars, we do,
hauling water for the Marcellus Shale industry,
water for the Marcellus Shale. We have a pretty good barometer on the economy. So. And
so what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to last year. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's a lot of uncertainty out there right now.
Kind of is what it is. So Pete, is that pretty consistent? You just surveyed the small and mid-sized businesses.
Exactly, Bill. The survey this spring tells us that it's somewhat more optimistic than the fall, but certainly much more cautious than it was in the spring of 2012. And that's really showing itself in companies' willingness to hire new employees. They really want to be more productive and do more with less. And, what we're also seeing as a result of that is, which is a good thing, that companies are not looking to reduce staff. It's a very small percentage in the survey that are looking to do that, which I think is a great thing.
So some stability in workforce.
Exactly. I would also say from a positive perspective, what we saw in the fall survey as it relates to increased housing prices, we're seeing that again in the spring. People are much more optimistic about the value of homes and where the prices will go in the future, which ultimately bodes very well for us.
Well, you got to be thinking if companies are making money and selling stuff with the same number of people, they have to be, hopefully, their profits are solid, and that's good for the overall wealth of the region. But what does it mean when it comes to borrowing money? Are you seeing a lot of new facility investment, or what's going on in that?
Interestingly, credit demand is still light. New credit demand is still light. So we're still seeing businesses take advantage of the low interest rate environment and refinance existing debt. On occasion, we will see companies, making investments in capital type investments in technology type of equipment to make their companies more efficient. And we're seeing a lot of that.
Of course, more efficient, then less need to hire more people, get more output out of the same number of folks, and maybe why we see such a stubborn unemployment rate here.
To add to that, one of the reasons why companies are, less willing to hire is because of their belief in the local and national economy. But what we're seeing is that's the sentiment today. They feel that the future of the local, national, and global economies will improve as the year goes on.
Oh, interesting.
And so hopefully we'll see that manifest itself, particularly in the fall survey, which would be great.
And Greg, how's it shaking out for you in Keystone? How does all of this affect your decisions along the lines we've been talking about?
Well, we're seeing the same thing. If we have a very good opportunity right now, we're going to borrow money from Pete, and we're going to make that investment. But we're a little conservative right now. We had a pretty soft first quarter. April is really picking up. I see the opposite of last year. Last year we were unbelievable first 9 months. Last 3 months of the year it started to soften up. I think we're going to see the complete opposite this year. I still call on customers myself. being out on the road, and I hear it straight from the horse's mouth. And business isn't bad right now. It's a lot of political uncertainty out there right now, and it's affecting everybody's business.
Well, we saw some of those recent statistics about the decline in government spending as a result of the fiscal cliff and then the sequester. I mean, that has a ripple effect through the economy. That's kind of helping to dampen things as well.
Absolutely. We see some of that. But ultimately, I think businesses want to do more. They're looking for reasons to do more, and any little glitch that may come up, whether it's locally, nationally, or globally, always seems to just put a damper on that.
How about it, Greg? What does it take you as our representative business leader here to get off the dime and make some of these decisions to invest, to hire, to whatever?
I think we're always looking for that opportunity, Bill. Right now, we don't see a lot of activity out there, a lot of reasons and a lot of opportunities out there, other than maybe an acquisition, which in our business we're looking towards right now. We do business a little differently than most of our competitors. Most of our competitors have about a 50-mile radius doing business. We do about a 150-mile radius, like I said earlier. We're not big brick and mortar guys, but in the future, I think in order to grow and expand our small business, we're going to have to make an acquisition or open a new facility.
But very interesting. You feel pretty good looking 9 months out. It sounds like in your survey there's a little more hope the farther out you go.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. And we're seeing companies want to do more. Certainly PNC is willing to help companies as it relates to that. We've been committed, particularly in the lending arena, through the downturn, and we are certainly committed to doing that today, helping the businesses in our communities that we serve.
All right, fascinating times. Pete Vaccaro from PNC, Greg Balant from Keystone Spring. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bill. And next up, our region's been a national leader in economic performance the past 5 years, but is our reign coming to an end? We'll check out the latest from PittsburghToday.org. Stay with us.